Boom, monkeys, and we are live. Welcome back to the Crypto Boogie channel. We got an interesting stream tonight. We're going to cover some SHIT coins. I thought that's something that we were past overdue. I've never done one specifically based on SHIT coins, so it should be rather interesting. I did draw up a little bit of TA for you cats. We do have the memes, and we do have the fragrance of the evening. Let's give a shout out to our first moon ganger tonight, which is none other than Scott Connor. Support. I'll catch you on the replay like last stream. TA and RH coins, please. Absolutely, man. We're going to definitely hit up PulseChain. Let me mention some of the coins we are going to cover today. Of course, we have to cover Bitcoin because that entails where the market is going. And then we'll evolve it into PulseChain. I do want to hit up the doggy tokens. And that includes SHIB and Doge. I've also got Bepe on standby. A little bit of big bonus coin, some 9-inch P-Dye, and I know a lot of Hexicans are really freaking bullish on the Hex Orange address. I'm definitely going to hit that one up. And there's another one that one of my homies told me about. His name is Jared. He had mentioned the HSA Hedron S'mores address. So I found all these intriguing. So we'll definitely hit these up, see what they entail. And I think it's going to be a badass stream tonight. We do have the fragrance of the evening, which I do believe will be freaking fire. I think you cats will definitely like the fragrance of the evening. And let's get this freaking party started, monkeys. Let's go over to the memes. And let's see what we got. Let's see what we got, son. Present share. Let's go over the freaking memes, doggy. All right, first meme of the evening. We got an Alex Jones special. Let's play this sucker, laugh a little bit. Babe, don't drink too much with the boys tonight. You guys act weird when you drink. What are you talking about? We act completely normal. Me, I'm 3 martinis deep. Oh, for me, it would be tequila. But let's see what this is.
I'm not owned by the devil. I'm not owned by the New World Order. It's a pack of criminals, and everybody knows it. And that's why the enemy hates me so much. That's why they hate you so much, because they know we're real. They know we love God. They know we tell the truth. When it comes to serving evil, we don't do it. And we stand against it. What matters is your freedom. What matters is your integrity. What matters is who you are, and that you're not for sale. Ever. And I don't know how this is going to end, but if you want to fight, you better believe you got one. I'm not owned by the devil. I'm not owned by...
Alex Jones is always a freaking character, man. All the freaking time, man. All right, this one's a little bit shorter, but nevertheless, dude, I've got homies that always tell me this shit. Hey, man, I found a trading bot, or I found this fucking special indicator by Lux Algo, bro, that's going to make us into millionaires. And when you've been doing a lot of technical analysis for a little while, you know it's not as easy as what people think it is, bro. So this is kind of related to that. For you guys that are driving right now, POV, your friend who has just started trading sends you a reel about a cheat code indicator for getting rich quick. And that was for you, Tex-Mex. That was for you, man, since you're always on the road, man. Shout out to my boy Tex-Mex, the hardest working trucker in America, man. Shout out to you, homie. This cat works day in, day out, man, trying to freaking buy them dips, son, and that's the way you do it, dog. And it's all gonna freaking pay off in the end. So let's move on to the first coin, which is boring ass Bitcoin, and then we'll go to fucking PulseChain and we'll hit up the rest of the coins. Let's see what BTC entails. Current value on BTC is 42,384. It does seem that we are trending to the upside a little bit. We had a big ass pump on January 24th, and then on January 26th, we had a freaking big ass freaking pump, which brought us all the way to the current value where we're at now, which is at 42,380. Then yesterday, well, that would actually be today, because the new candle's on UTC time. We pumped up a little bit, and we're getting an exact freaking copy of what we had. Now, this does look like a hammer. For you cats that don't know, hammers usually entail that there's going to be a reversal in the market. But this seems bullish. Of course, we have to see what the indicator is today, because you always want to wait one day next to see what the indicator is going to play out if you're looking at things on the daily. Bitcoin, again, if we don't dip anymore, We are currently at about, let me see. We're barely on day 5. So it seems like we're going to start an uptrend to the upside. And the areas that we do need to compromise at first is this green line that you see right here. Of course, it's not pulling all the way forward because let me see if I can do that for you cats, so you guys can see a little bit clearer. So if I pull this line all the way over here, man, this is the area we do have to compromise, which is 44,791. That is the area we do have to beat. Next area that we do have as resistance is 43,172. Now, of course, the special area that we do need to get back to was this recent 60-day cycle high, which was on day number, what day was that? Day number 58. And that value was at about 49,030. So we were about what? A couple hundred away from 50,000. And I think once we compromise 50,000, we close there for the week, we should be good to go. And we'll probably continue rallying to the upside as long as we oscillate there for about a week or so. What am I seeing as far as bearishness? Let's turn on some of the indicators, see what the indicators entail. Now, I turned on the 50-day moving average, and we do have some resistance here at about 42,852. Now, if Bitcoin can't compromise that area, it'll probably come back down here, and we'll retest this area of about 41,707. Let me draw that out for you, cats, so you guys can see what I mean. Because you're just hearing numbers as I talk into the freaking mic. And if I pull this way, I can tell you where it comes from. And it comes from these 3 candles right here. The candle printed on January 24th, 25th. No, actually, the candle printed on the 19th, 20th, and 21st. That would be where we have support. So, again, if we do go back up there and we come back down, we'll probably break back to the upside. So it will look a little bit like this. So let's say we come down this way. Boom. We'll probably bounce back up, and we'll probably come back past this 50-day moving average, which is over here. And it would be a possibility we bounce off the 50-day moving average, and then we continue rallying to the upside. So let's go ahead and grab this line right here, and let's go ahead and draw on the 50-day moving average. Let's say it comes up this way. So if we draw, we would probably be as this area of support. We can use it as support. Now, let me go ahead and delete this shit, and let's see what the EMA ribbon entails. Let's see where we're at with the EMA ribbon. It would not surprise me if we're slightly under it. Let's see where we're at. No, dude, look at this shit. That's some badass shit. Look at that, man. Let me go ahead and remove this freaking line right here. We are actually bouncing on the top portion of the EMA ribbon, which could give us an area of support to go ahead and rally to the upside and break past this 50-day moving average. Let's see where we're at as far as the Bollinger Bands goes, cats. As far as the Bollinger Bands goes, we do have the 20-day moving average acting as an area of resistance to where we're at right now, but it would not surprise me if we compromise that. So that's pretty much the data on BTC, what's going on in the immediate time frame, cats. I am bullish. I did buy a little bit of Oath a couple days ago. I saw it as an opportune buy, and I went over to a Velodrome, and I bought some Oath. Know what I mean, Jelly Bean? And then we got Twinkie over here. All streams running everywhere all day. Yeah, man. Tell me about it, dude. Tell me about it. Hey, man. The more information we can process, the better, son. I know Miguel and Charlie, man. Those guys have been on a rampage with freaking streams because, of course, they got that crypto mindset course coming up. Make sure you guys sign up for that. Make sure you guys sign up for the Citadel, especially for you new cats that have never been in the crypto market before. Now, I understand if you're barely getting into crypto, you didn't manage to catch the lows that we got freaking last year, or some of the lows we got late. Yeah, some of the lows we got late last year in the altcoin market. But nevertheless, dude, we're still at a great time to go ahead and run to the upside. You know what I'm saying? There's still plenty of time. And I think that you do need that community and that group of people that will motivate you or keep you informed as to what's going on. Long time ago, stupid story I got. I remember I invested in some stocks on Robinhood, bro. I didn't know what the frick I was doing, dude. I just bought because I got FOMO to buy, and I bought some stocks. I don't even remember which ones. And dude, I ended up selling them on a low. So I ended up losing money on that because I didn't have a community to be around with. And I think that's very important in crypto. It's one of the most important things to be in a tribe or in a community, letting you know what's going on with the markets, where you got professionals that can help you out. Now, within the crypto mindset group and the Citadel, we've got people from the DGen Roundtable, which are some fundamental analysis guys. We got some people in the DGen Roundtable that specialize in freaking in Hedron. My homie Zenith, shout out to my boy Zenith. That cat is pretty damn good at technical analysis, and he learned that shit on a small time frame. And then you also got Agent J, who also works with Zenith, and they work in tandem, and they share ideas as to how the freaking as to how the market's going with the TA that they're applying. You know what I mean? And all that shit's important. Then you got me on this side of the aspect, looking at freaking the market as well through the TA standpoint, of course. And I'm giving you guys data on that aspect. Now, the guys at the DGen Roundtable, sometimes they only cover 2 or 3 coins or maybe 1 coin for the day, and they talk about whatever the story is. Me, on the other hand, I try to cover as many coins as I can, especially coins that are an area where we can end up buying at an opportunity. Then you've got freaking Charlie hitting up the technical analysis and the news of the day. And then you got freaking DCC hitting up some fucking dope ass fundamental analysis. And all that shit, mix it all together, man. Dude, that is a recipe for winning, son. That is definitely a recipe for winning. Now, I understand that some people don't really want to freaking pay the extra money or the $100 to be in any groups, man. But dude, trust me, those little $100 that you're inputting every month, you're getting a community that's informed and a community that won't rug you. Because if you cats have ever been on Telegram, you've noticed that there's a lot of freaking hackers on there, and there's a lot of people and a lot of scammers trying to take your shit. So asking questions as well, man, about certain dexes, asking questions about security and things of that nature, man. It's very important to have a tribe, cats. It's very, very important to have a tribe. I get it. There's lone wolves out there that want to freaking grind it out by themselves, man. But dude, I'm telling you, homie, you need a crew to help you out. And I think a mixture of the DGen Roundtable, myself, the guys at freaking the Citadel, of course, Miguel and Charlie, all these individuals, man, I think that's going to be freaking fire. You know what I'm saying? So, food for thought, cats. And we've got Benny Blanco saying, what is up? Let's get this. And look, I mean, speaking of the devil, the Citadel is going to make it. Yeah, we better believe we're going to make it, son. We are going to freaking make it. We're probably going to beat out every other freaking crypto group there is out there. And there's not many of them out there, if anything. You know what I'm saying? So, I know you cats want us to talk about PulseChain, and I will give you exactly that, monkeys. Let's talk a little bit about freaking PulseChain, son. Now, PulseChain's current value is at 3 zeros and a 145. We have long compromised this green box area that I did want to beat out a long time ago. And as you guys can see, the Elliott wave process that I drew out worked out perfectly. And we did end up topping out a little bit above 3 zeros and a 1517. And we managed to go up to 3 zeros and a 1566. Now, usually when we get a freaking doggone Elliott wave cycle, there's usually an ABC wave. And look at this shit. Boom. It looks like it's playing out. We're about to come up over here to the B wave. And we may come back up to the top portion or the bottom portion of this green box, which will be 4 zeros and a 9312. Maybe the C will be a little bit more aggressive, but I don't think it will be. And not only that, if you look at the 10-day moving average I have on here, it is acting as an area of resistance for a new candle that's trying to print to the upside. We also have the 50 moving average and the 100, and those are way, way below. Close to the C, though. But nevertheless, they are close to this trend line that I have running up at the bottom. Now, I know this looks super convoluted, cats, but this data is necessary. And if you can, watch this shit on replay so you can see where the market's going. Now, I know what you guys are thinking. You guys are probably thinking, well, should I sell all my PulseChain so I can cultivate crypto? No, negative. Not financial advice, cats. Never sell all your PulseChain. Now, note, usually when you run Elliott waves and you do 0 to 1, 2 to 3, 3 to 4, and 4 to 5, that usually plays out pretty well. But the ABC aspects or the correction waves don't always play out perfectly. So if you cats want to go ahead and cultivate your crypto, sell a little bit of your PulseChain, you can do that. But I would only do, not financial advice, about 5% to 10% of my bag and try to catch it down here at about 3 zeros and an 8588. Hell, if it comes down here to about 3 zeros and a 9353, that's good enough for me, bro. It's always better to play it safe than to play it extreme, because that's how you get wrecked, monkeys. So food for freaking thought. Now, where are we as far as the 20-day cycle goes? Let me go ahead and remove some of this shit so it's not so convoluted for you monkeys. And you can see where we're at as far as the 20-day cycle goes. Now, we did reach a low here on about January 23rd. Let me move my freaking bar over here. And if I push this sucker out, we are barely on day 5. And I'm referring to the UTC time candle. The time frame when we could dip all the way, or we could start reaching a new low, or a maximum wick like we had over here, would possibly be around February 6th. That's when we can possibly be to the downside, or it may even extend all the way out to about February 13th, give or take. I think February 13th is Valentine's Day. I think it is. I don't know. I'm not a big Valentine's guy. You know what I'm saying? Maybe because I do a lot of keto, cats. I do a lot of fasting and keto, so I don't really fuck with chocolate and candy too much, even though I freaking love candy. You know what I'm saying? So food for thought, cats. This may be an opportunity for you guys to go ahead and freaking cultivate a little bit of your crypto, make a little bit more bank on your PulseChain. You know what I'm saying? I think you guys are going to be intrigued with some of the shit coins that I'm going to show you today. But dude, I kind of feel guilty showing you these shit coins, because I know a lot of you monkeys out there want to go completely freaking degen and say, Boogie told me to freaking ape in all my PulseChain into this freaking DJing coins. Negative. I never told you that shit. This is not financial advice, cats. And remember, only do small amounts of your bag. You guys are grown-ups. You guys are responsible adults. Some of you are irresponsible adults, like some of the people I know. But always be diligent and always be careful with how much you freaking you try to freaking DCA into another project, cats, because you will get freaking wrecked. And just like Richard says, man, the best thing you can do is just hodl. That hands down is the best thing you can do, cats. And I know I'm sounding like a freaking preacher, man, but trust me, dude, we're not going to get a lot of opportunities like this for another 4 years after 2026, or maybe even after 2025 if we run up pretty damn hot. So that's why I don't want you cats to risk too much, because I want to see you guys rolling in Lambos. I want to see you guys rolling with that brand new Rolex and stuff like that. Even though my ass can afford a Rolex right now, I'd rather put that into crypto. And there's no reason to ape in all that shit to try to make all your money back. You know what I'm saying? Or make extra money. Do it little pieces at a time, 5%, 10%. And a lot of this shit they end up teaching you in the Citadel. They end up teaching you on fucking the CMC, the Crypto Mindset course, man. The Cats with Degen Roundtable can teach you this shit too. You know what I'm saying? Zenith, freaking Agent J. Listen to these cats talk. They know what they're talking about, man. You know what I'm saying? So let's go over, since we already covered PulseChain, let's see, what do we got first, man? Let's do a little bit of a classic. I want to do a little bit of Shiba Inu. Let's see how the SHIB is doing, man. The SHIB Kib. And SHIB's current value is at about, how many zeros is that? 1, 2, 3, 4. Is that 4 zeros? 2. Yeah, it's 4 zeros and a 9205. That's where its current value is at. Now, SHIB, let me go ahead and grab this freaking measurement tool. Let me see where we're at. Dude, I haven't ran freaking doggone 20-day cycles on this bad boy in a while, man. I need to be more vigilant of SHIB, man. A little bit more vigilant. I'm assuming, let's go ahead and just do, and you guys can learn this. I'm saying grab your measurement tool, pull it from here to here. That was 17 days. And of course, I'm marking from low to low, low to low. So SHIB, we're barely on day what? We're on day 5 as well on SHIB. And SHIB does seem like it's rallying to the upside. Now, what am I immediately seeing here? I know that Agent J at the Degen Roundtable, he prefers using wicks. I like using candle bodies. Areas of resistance that I am noticing in the immediate time frame, bro, would be around this area over here. So let me draw this out for you cats. these set of 4 candles right here. These would be areas of immediate resistance. And that price point would be, it would start at about, now that would be 5 zeros and a 9663. That would be the first area we do need to compromise. In order for SHIB to remain bullish, we got to break above that and at least hold that for a week. Now, can SHIB come to the downside? Let's see with our moving averages. Let's see what we got as resistance with our moving averages. Now, I am seeing some contact, and it looks like support. With the, you see these blue dotted lines? That is the 100-day moving average, and it does seem like we're sitting on top of that. So that would be more support. So the next area we do need to compromise is none other than 5 zeros and a 9.6. Now, if we activate our EMA ribbon on the daily, bro, this is good data. This is good data because the next area of contact that we do need to compromise is 5 zeros and a 9.3. You know what I'm saying? But look what the EMA ribbon is telling us. We have the red to the top side. So that may mean that we'll hit this point here and we may end up retesting this area of about 5 zeros and a 9,000. So it would look a little bit like this, cats. We would come up this way, boom, and then we would come back down before we start a rally back to the upside. And hopefully, once we rally back to this upside, this EMA ribbon will be higher, which will not act as an area of resistance. And hopefully the yellow portion will be to the top side instead of the red portion to the top side, which entails we are bullish. Areas that we do have to compromise, again, I'm being redundant, 5 zeros and a 9668, cats. Do I think SHIB can get back to its all-time highs? Abso-freaking-lutely. Abso-freaking-lutely. And I've heard people make the argument, no, it can't. It's already an old meme coin. Nobody cares about that shit. Look at Doge. But from all the people I have met that have barely onboarded onto crypto, what's the first freaking token to buy if it's not freaking Bitcoin and Ethereum? It's always Doge and it's always SHIB. It's always those tokens. Everybody always buys those tokens. Dude, hell, when I first got into crypto, that was the very first token I ever got into. SHIB, man. I like SHIB so much that I even bought some PSHIB over on freaking PulseChain. And I think PSHIB will eventually be one of those tokens that rallies. Now, let me see. That's actually a good point. Let me see, cats. Maybe I do have something set up for PSHIB as far as technical analysis goes on my deck screen. I remember I did pull it up, and I think that it's one of those tokens, man, that it's going to end up running. So for you cats that have computers at home and you keep all your tokens utilizing that computer, it would not be a bad idea if you're holding on to some PSHIB or some Shiba Inu on your cell phone, mind you, make sure it's only a small amount though, because I don't want you cats to get wrecked. You know what I'm saying? So let's look at PSHIB. Well, I mean, I don't have too much technical analysis on it, but hey, I'll cover it because I think this is one of the tokens that will end up running next. You know what I'm saying? As far as it goes as PSHIB. And one of the reasons I mentioned that, guys, is because one time this one recent time I went to GoPulse.com bubbles and I noticed that P-Crow, or the Crow token on the P side, dude, that shit was rallying so freaking hard, son. So freaking hard. So, of course, man, I do expect SHIB to do the same. I remember there was a point in time when Pepe on PulseChain even rallied pretty damn hard. You know what I'm saying? So, food for thought, cats. Those may be a little bit of tokens. You could put maybe 1% or 2% of your portfolio in, you know what I'm saying? And then just flip it for more PulseChain or PulseX, whatever you're lacking in. You know what I mean? So, now that we covered PulseChain, let's look at some hex orange address. And mind you, I have seen HOA, man, the hex orange address, dude, all over Twitter, bro. Everybody and their mother's been talking about HOA, son. Everybody's been talking about it. Now, I do have these two areas of support on HOA. And the reason I have this bottom portion is because I have this big-ass freaking bullish engulfing candle, and then I have this red candle, but the wick is touching the bottom. So I'm utilizing the wick and the candle body and the other candle the day before as points of contact. And for example, when you guys shoot a rifle, one of the rifles I do like is the Israeli Tavor. And one of the reasons I love the Israeli Tavor, and we'll come back here to to the hex orange address, is that you can get about 5 or 6 points of contact on the weapon because it's a bullpup design. It's rather kind of small. So the more contact you can get on it, the more supported it is. And I'm assuming it's the same way when it comes to technical analysis, cats. You know what I'm saying? And I wish I could show you what I'm talking about as far as a Tavor goes, is Ready Tavor. That's a rifle, by the way. But YouTube would probably give me a strike and shit. And that's what they'd used last time to freaking cancel my channel. You know what I'm saying? So, taking this measurement tool on the bottom portion of the hex orange address, pulling it all the way out, again, being redundant, man, we are at about 5 days. Areas that I'm looking at that we are touching, you see these 2 candles right here? That's acting as an area of immediate resistance. So we would need to draw a little bit of a rectangle here. And why a rectangle? Because we also have these 2 twin candles that are slightly higher than that one. So we've got dual forms of resistance coming to the upside. And if we compromise that, hold up above this triangle, we could then freaking bounce up, go down, and then continue rallying to the upside. So it would look a lot as to what SHIB would look like. So we would need to compromise this area, come back up here, come back down, maybe even consolidate or oscillate this way a little bit, and then continue rallying to the upside. Now, I don't know. Let's check the history on this bad boy. I don't think there's data showing that we have much resistance. So if we do beat out these set of candles over here, these 4 sets of candles, which we are currently trying to fight, we beat that out, there's no resistance to the upside. None whatsoever. Historically, there is no resistance to the upside, and we are only at the mercy of PulseChain, if PulseChain rallies, and at the mercy of Bitcoin. So if BTC rallies and we compromise this, PulseChain will probably do the same and will continue rallying to the upside. Now, this does look a little bit like an ascending scallop. Now, let me show you what I mean. If I grab this tool right here and I pull it down this way and it continues up that way, that, my friend, is an ascending scallop. And it does seem like it's playing out that way. Again, we do have to compromise this green box. And the days that we could end up coming back to the downside, again, being redundant, would be about February 6th to about February 13th. So write that down, cats. February 6th to February 13th. Now, let's activate our moving averages. And the badass thing is that all moving averages are below where our current value is at. So the hex orange address could continue rallying to the upside. So if you cats didn't take some profit, I would take a little bit of profit right now. A little bit. Because we do have these 2 sets of candles acting as resistance. And then as we go up and we break above, I would probably sell another 10%, another 10%, and another 10% as we make milestones. Now, one of the things that I do love seeing in cryptos, of course, things like ascending scallops are always cool, man, and they're always fun. But you always want to see a little bit of that scaffolding. So if we come to the upside, you want to see us bounce back down, come back to the upside, bounce back down, come to the upside, and so on and so forth. The reason we want to see that is because it creates areas of support and resistance. Now, since there's not a lot of data to tell us where we would have resistance, let's go ahead and look at the RSI a little bit. And the RSI currently, man, we are slightly above overheated, man. We are at about 70, give or take. And that means we are overheated. So this is more of a profit chart if you cats have a little bit of this freaking crypto than what it is a buying chart. You know what I mean, Jelly Bean? So that's the data we have on the hex orange address. Let's see what the chat is saying. The Citadel is going to make it. Yes, sir. Damn straight, man. I think the Citadel is going to be one of the most successful groups out there, man. Now, let me give you a little bit of insight as to what my gut's telling me. Of course, you guys see what's going on with Texas, man. Between the feds and the Texas National Guard, which that could be a possible black swan event. We've also got shit going down with freaking Ukraine and Russia. There could be possibly a nuclear blast that happens there, God forbid. You know what I'm saying? Taiwan and China, that's another thing. As of recent, they talked about where our debt clock is at. And as a matter of fact, let me pull up the debt clock. So the point I'm trying to get to is that I'm expecting, my gut's telling me I am expecting for there to be a major freaking Black Swan event this year. Just kind of like with the freaking Android 19. Let me show you cats the debt clock. I'm saying. And this is the U.S. national debt clock, cats. Our current debt is at 34 trillion, the U.S. national debt, bro. You know what I'm saying? So, dude, you could say, yeah, we're pretty damn overheated, bro. And it's probably going to continue growing, especially as this administration pulls forward and especially as we approach the upcoming election. You know what I'm saying? Because of course, the Democrats are going to want to spend a little bit of money to buy some votes, maybe forcibly forgive some student loans, regardless of what the Supreme Court says. You know what I'm saying? So that in itself may be Black Swan. So it would not surprise me if we have a Black Swan event this year, and there's no way to predict it, and there's no time frame we can predict it on. Can we sell the top? Yeah, you can if you're lucky. But the best thing to do, man, in my opinion, is have some dry powder ready. That's the best thing we can do, man. Now, how far down low would we go on Bitcoin? Depends how big the Black Swan event is. I'd say worst case scenario, 28 to 32 ballpark. Of course, I would have to look at the chart and see how heavy the situation would be to see how far we would drop to the downside, man. You know what I'm saying? So food for thought, cats. Keep some dry powder ready just in case something big does happen this year. I was listening to Tim Pool. I love listening to Tim Pool, and he was mentioning some shit that in Maine, they were talking about how some of the Trump votes that they will get in that state will not count, even though people have voted for that. They're waiting on the Supreme Court's decision on this. So if the Supreme Court says something to the effect of, hey, well, you know what? It's left up to the states whether if one of the parties can be on the freaking ballot or not. If they say that and they remove Trump from the freaking from the ballot, what do you think Texas is going to do? What do you think freaking the conservative states are going to do? They're going to remove Biden from the ballot. And then you get into a freaking situation where Roseanne Barr called it, and she said there is going to be no election this year. So these are all possible things that can occur. So food for thought, cats. Keep some dry powder because I am expecting a major Black Swan event this year, man. Things are looking a little bit freaking bleak, but nevertheless, man, bleak situations give us opportunities to buy the lows, monkeys. And when the lows do come, make sure you get some freaking ETH or Bitcoin. Stabilize that bag, son. I'm sure you guys knew what it felt like with this recent freaking altcoin freaking bear run we had as of recent, bro. I remember we were getting wrecked so damn hard, bro. So food for thought, cats. Food for thought, man. Example given when fucking Ethereum hit $800, man, dude, my dumbass is buying Joule instead of freaking buying Ethereum. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we live, we learn. We live, we learn. Let's move on to the next token, cats. Let's move on to the next token, monkeys. And this shit always made me laugh, man. Let's look at the big bonus coin, or also known as BBC, man. Dude, freaking shit. Let me share something with you, monkeys. I have something intriguing. Shout out to my boy Angry Twinkie. He texted me this, and I should have had it prepped for you cats. And I usually don't like doing stuff that I'm not ready for. You know what I'm saying? But this is some damn intriguing information. Twinkie, where the hell is your damn text, bro? Where the hell is your damn text? Shit. This is some intriguing shit Hexy Bastard had said. Bear with me, monkeys. Bear with me. Bear with me. Bear with me. Oh my gosh. I can't believe I don't have it. Oh, dude. Bear with me, cats. This is actually pretty intriguing information, man. There you go. There you go. There you go. Here it is. Yeah. Here it is, dog. This is actually pretty damn bullish, man. Let me share it with you, cats. And it's associated to BBC, or the big bonus coin. YouTube don't freaking flag me on that shit. You know what I'm saying? There you go. This shit is gangster, man. Let me share this with you cats. I always thought Hexy Bastard was a marketable individual. Let me see. Share. So Hexy Bastard just posted this today. Shout out to my boy Twinkie.
Small announcement. I've already touched on Launchpad is going to be coming for 9inch. A Launchpad is basically a place where you can launch a token and then you can put it up for staking. So you can allow people to stake a token and then receive your token that you've just created back. So it's a good way for you as a guy that doesn't really have an audience to get an audience for your token. So what we're going to be doing, we're going to be creating a token creation page on 9inch where you can go in and you can create a shitcoin in a few clicks. You can select an amount of the supply for that and you can delegate that for potential staking later on. And then the way that you would get these tokens, the new shitcoins that get released, is you would have to stake BBC tokens for them. You can stake BBC tokens to get other tokens, which like we've already got the Block Explorer, we've got the Hex.com front end, we've got PulseX on there, we've got the bridge on there, right? And now we're going to create a token generation point as well and a launchpad. So not only can you launch a token, you'll be able to get our users to stake BBC to receive your token, which means you're going to get more holders, more people interested in your token. It's going to be fucking amazing. We're launching this on ETH and on PulseChain. There's your utility for BBC right now. So if you've got BBC and you're currently dumping it, maybe consider not dumping it, because using those BBC tokens, you're going to have a way to acquire new tokens, of which there could be fucking thousands of them come in weekly. So you can get whale positions in these tokens really, really fucking easily if you've got a large amount of BBC.
So there you go, cats. That's some bullish freaking shit. You know what I'm saying? So let's go back over to that freaking shit coin. And that is Big Bonus Coin. Currently, we did run all the way up to day 16 for its low, and it does seem like we are on a new cycle. Now, what am I seeing here? Let's go ahead and pull this sucker over here this way and push it all the way out to 14 days. That would put us on February 6th. It could be that we are approaching 7 cents or almost 8 cents. Current value is at about 7 cents and 11% of a penny. I could foresee this happening. We come to the upside again, shoot back down. I'm sorry, let's do that one more time. We come to the upside, boom, shoot back down, and we will possibly start our Elliott wave cycle, cats. Know what I'm saying? Now, let's look at some of the data here to see where we could go to. Now, this is all speculation, guys. But one thing that I am really good at, that I've noticed, that is one of the things that I'm really good at when it comes to technical analysis, is Elliott waves. So I am putting wave 3 above here because I am looking at these 2 candle areas of resistance. So then wave 5 would possibly push us up this way. Know what I mean? Or to the bottom portion of this. Or it could be that wave 3 runs all the way up over here to where wave 5 is at. And then we would come down here to about wave 4 on these candles. And then wave 5 could possibly be the top. I mean, only time will tell. And this is only pure speculation, cats. So this is something that can occur. Would I buy Big Bonus Coin right now? I would. As a speculative play, if I had some capital, I would throw about $200 into it. Not financial advice, cats, and see where it goes, where it grows. That's funny, man. Your BBC grows. Dude, they were genius, bro, when they came up with this shit. They were freaking genius, dude. So that could be a situation, you guys, that could end up playing out, cats. So food for thought, man. Food for thought. And that's all I have on Big Bonus Coin. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Dude, that joke always fucking cracks me up. Now, let's go over to the fragrance of the day, man. Now, all right, this fragrance, bro. Hopefully, I don't get freaking demonetized this shit. You want to dick down some bitches? This is a dick down fragrance right here, bro. This shit smells like sex in a bottle, dog. And it is an evening fragrance. Don't be using this shit when you go into the gym, homie. You know what I'm saying? End up looking like an old school Axe commercial and shit. And it's Givenchy Pie. What notes do I get off this, man? I would say that it's kind of unisex. A female could use it. A dude could use it. But this is definitely for freaking date night. You want to get some ass? I'm not guaranteeing any of this, man. You could utilize a little bit of Givenchy pie, man. I'm saying. Now, pie is the letter P-I. It does have some sense of vanilla, man. And it is kind of sweet. You know what I'm saying? And maybe some florals to it, give or take. But when I smell this, of course, my palate is different than others. I get like a buttery vibe off of it, man. It's very like sweet butter. That's what I feel when I smell this shit. Now, how many sprays do you put on of this Givenchy pie? And the badass thing about this, man, it's very affordable, cats. It's not too damn expensive. I will share the link in the chat. I would say before you go on a date, man, overspray this motherfucker. Overspray the shit out of this motherfucker an hour before, an hour and a half before. I would do something like about 15 sprays, bro. An hour and a half before the date. So it dries down a little bit better and it smells a little bit nicer when you hop in the vehicle with your girlfriend, whatever chick you're dating. Chicks can use this as well, by the way. You know what I'm saying? But I would go heavy on this. And the reason I would go heavy on this is because on average, if you do 5 sprays, it'll only last about 2 hours, give or take. What does this fragrance run for? I know you cats are going to ask me. With a coupon on fragrance.net, it comes down to $52.49. If you don't use the coupon, it's about $74. And let me share this with you cats. Let me share this with you cats. You know what I'm saying? And here it is. It's called Givenchy Pie. It comes out to $74.99, but if you use the coupon, you can get it for $52.49. This fragrance was created, I think, back in 1998. It's still freaking running hot, man. A lot of ladies love it. You know what I'm saying? And let me share this with you guys. Let me show. This is a freaking certified panty dropper, dog. You know what I'm saying? And it is unisex. Guys and chicks can use it. You know what I'm saying? I was telling my homie Twinkie that I was actually considering freaking starting up a freaking fragrance channel. You know what I'm saying? I was actually doing that shit. And how does the atomizer, how's the atomizer on this bad boy? It's pretty damn strong. And it's got like a very, very powdery vibe, man. But, dude, this is a date night fragrance. Again, being redundant. You guys want to see a clear view of this shit? Let me see. Right there. And it's got the pie symbol on there, bro. You know what I'm saying? This shit is fire, son. But overspray the sucker because it does fade out. Overspray the fuck out of it. Of course, wait for it to dry down. Like an hour before the date. You know what I'm saying? So food for thought, cats. That was the fragrance of the day. And let's move on to the next shit coin. Let's do this one, man. And this one's rather intriguing. My homie told me about this. And this is the Hedron S'mores address. So this one's intriguing. I don't know if it has any utility. I'm already starting to see an Elliott wave on this bad boy. And we have broken above its Fibonacci retracement. Current value is at about 1 cent and 24% of a penny. So if we grab our Elliott wave cycle here from the bottom, shoot it all the way up over here, come back down, we'll probably continue rallying to the upside. Let's look at its history. There's no history. So, I mean, who can tell where the next point could be? And like where from 2 to 3 could go, that is complete speculation. We have no idea where 2 to 3 could go. But I do know that 2 to 3 has to be larger than all the other waves, cats. Now, 4 would possibly pull back onto the freaking candle bodies if we do break at our current area where we're at. And 5, I mean, who can tell, man? Who can tell? And I apologize, cats. It's not at 1 penny. It is at 12% of a penny. You know what I'm saying? So food for thought, guys. Where are we as far as a 20-day cycle goes on this bad boy? We are currently at about, again, day 5 again. So again, being redundant, around day 14 is when we could possibly start hitting the downside on this freaking token. And if we push it all the way to day 21, that would be February 13th. You know what? Let's look at the MACD. Let's see what the MACD entails. So if we don't have any data on that, the MACD is extremely bullish, son. You can see there's a clear separation between the red line and the blue line. So it seems like we're going to continue it looks like we're going to definitely continue rallying, if anything. You know what I'm saying? Now, let me take this off and let's look at the candle bodies. Now, here, I am seeing a little bit of scaffolding, cats, which is always a great thing. Scaffolding entails that we'll continue rallying. So as you can tell, we came back up, we stabilized, we came back up, we stabilized, now we came back down. And that all this area is acting as areas of support and resistance. You know what I mean? Now, the current candle that we are printing today is a little bit greener than yesterday's. And it does seem like it's a hammer, so it may be a reversal of this red candle here, and we'll probably continue going up. Now, this is not financial advice, cats, but it does seem like all the shit coins within the PulseChain ecosystem are rallying, and they're rallying hard, monkeys. So, food for thought, man. Food for freaking thought. Let's go on to... let's do a little bit of P-Shib. I definitely want to hit up P-Shib, monkeys. Let's see how P-Shib is doing. You know what? P-Shib it is, son. P-Shib's current value is at 6 zeros and a 1464. But I am noticing something here pretty damn apparent. We got a clear-ass trend line right here. Yep. Boom. Right there, man. We do have a clear-ass trend line, and we do have an uptrend on this sucker. And what I like about P-Shib, it does seem like it's scaffolding, which is always freaking badass. Know what I mean? Let's see. I didn't have any indicators ready for this one. Let's get the Bollinger Band. And this cats is why I don't like doing shit on the fly, because I don't want you guys to see me and get bored as I prep the charts for you guys. But nevertheless, for you guys that want to learn technical analysis, this may be a little bit of a learning curve for you guys, so you can see exactly what I'm typing in. And Charlie always talks about this, man. A lot of TA guys bullshit, and they don't really tell you what's going on, and they don't have any of their freaking indicators showing on the side, because they don't want you to know what they're doing, and they're just freaking bullshit. You know what I'm saying? People hear something, they have no idea what they're looking at when it comes to the charts, and they just believe anything anybody says. You know what I'm saying? So let's look at the Bollinger Bands. We do have room to run to the upside. Of course, the 20-day moving average within the Bollinger Band, it is acting as a small area of resistance, but I don't think it's anything difficult that P-Shib will not compromise. If we activate our 50, our 100, and our 200, the only one that's closest to Shiba is below this trend line that I have here, and that would be at 6 zeros and a 1300. So if we do go back up, the immediate thing we have to beat is 1547, and then we would have to come back over here to about 1672, and of course the ultimate area to beat is 2061. And there's room for that. And I think eventually P-Shib will have its freaking run. Now, what I'm going to possibly do, I'm going to grab some of my P-Shib and put it on one of my phones. That way, wherever I go, or a portion of my P-Shib, wherever I go, I could always sell back and buy a little bit more PulseX or maybe some P-Hadron, because those are some of the two tokens that I definitely want to freaking acquire. You know what I'm saying? So where are we as far as the 20-day cycle goes on P-Shib? The low, I'm assuming, was this day, which was January 23rd. And again, man, everything's falling under 5 days. So just assume the next chart that I hit up, we're going to be at 5 days. And the areas where it may end up dipping are pretty much freaking the same shit that I said to the prior token. So food for thought, guys. Food for thought. And then Scott Connor made it back. Fabulous. You missed the fragrance of the day, son. Make sure you freaking rewind a little bit and hit that shit up, because that shit is fire. Now, Ivan from New Mexico is asking me, have you seen how P-Dye is doing? It's funny you mentioned that, sir, because that is next. That is next. Let's hit up a little bit of P-Dye, son. A little bit of P-Dye. Vamos a ver con P-Dye. P-Dye is fucking rallying hard, man. And it would not surprise me if I turn on this Bollinger Bands that this motherfucker is overheated, bro. we are already on day 9 of its cycle, which is a little bit different than all the other coins I've shown you. And we've been printing nothing but fucking green candles, man. So if I pull this sucker over here around February 2nd to about February 9th is when we could possibly get another pullback. And the thing about P-Dye, what I like is that we do have these areas over here, which are areas we do have to beat. First area we do have to compromise is, dude, we're just right at it. And that's at about 1944. You know what? As a matter of fact, let me grab some rays here. Boom. Boom. And the last one up over here, dude. The last one's going to be a bitch to beat, bro. So these are the 4 areas we got to beat, man. The 3 zeros and a 1-9. That's the next area we got to compromise. And then we have to stay there for a little while. And then we go over to 2 zeros. I'm sorry, 2 zeros and a 1-9, and then 2 zeros and a 2-2 before we get back to the upside. Now, let me turn on the Bollinger Band. I would not be surprised if this motherfucker's overheated, bro. Let's see. And yep, I was right, bro. This sucker is overheated. And what do I mean by overheated? If you see the Bollinger Band, whenever you pierce above it, what do you cats notice here? We pierced above the Bollinger Band. We came back into it. We pierced again. We ended up coming to the downside. We pierced back up. We came to the downside. And, dude, we are way past due for a pullback. So it would not surprise me that we come back down here to 2 zeros and a 1-5 before we continue going back to the upside, man, and possibly start making an aim for that 2 zeros and a 1-9. Now, I don't want to start the Elliott wave cycle on this bad boy because, well, let's try it. Let's try it, man. Let's try it from the bottom all the way here, come back down here, possibly here, come back down this way, and then number 5 is unknown. Or it could be that 2 to 3 comes all the way up to its all-time high. You know what I'm saying? That would not surprise me, cats. And then we would do an ABC wave to the downside. So if I was you and you're holding a little bit of P-Dye, man, I would sell a little bit of it, take some profits, and then continue holding what I do have and ride the rally from 1 to 2. Now, usually I like to count Elliott waves when we're already at the 2 or we're entering the 2. So as we're going up from the 2 to the 3, that's when I really like to start counting the Elliott waves. I'm not a big fan of doing it at 1 because, dude, that's just, you still got 5 of the parts you need to fulfill before you could say that this Elliott wave is good or bad. Know what I mean, Jelly Bean? So those are my thoughts on some P-Dye, monkeys. Hope that answers your question, Ivan. You know what I'm saying? So that's some good deets right there, homie. That is definitely some good deets right there. What else we got? What else we got? Of course, let's do a little bit of Pepe. Dude, I haven't visited Pepe in such a long time, bro. Vamos a ver. Let's take this measurement tool here and pull this from here to here. That would be 20 days. And it seems, again, we're at about day 5. We are at about day 5 of its 20-day cycle. Now, I know Agent J, he doesn't like utilizing 20-day cycles on shitcoins, but I have seen a decent consistency with Pepe. It's been pretty damn consistent. We did get a little bit of an anomaly here from November 17th all the way to November 28th, which was only 11 days. But nevertheless, man, Pepe's been pretty damn consistent with the 20-day cycles. It runs anywhere from day 14 to day 21 on the average. And if you look at this chart, for you guys that don't notice, it's pretty damn apparent where we do have areas we need to compromise. First area being at 5 zeros and a 1-1. Next area, 5 zeros and a 1-2. Next area after that would be 5 zeros and a 1-3, son. And then the biggest area after that would be at 5 0 or 4 zeros, 5 zeros and a 1-5. So those are the areas we do need to beat on Pepe. It does seem that we do have momentum. One thing I am noticing, though, by these candles, if I zoom into these candles, it does seem like the buyers are getting a little bit tired. And why do I say that? Because you see this big ass freaking green candle right here. We dipped to the downside on this day. We came all the way down and we got a huge jump. Let's take this measurement tool. From the bottom to the top, we went up 7%. Then the following day, we did from the bottom to the top about 3%. And then today, which is a UTC candle, of course, this is not completed, we're only at about 2%. So if we don't rally harder than freaking the 3% we had over here on this day, it may be that we're getting fatigued and we'll probably start coming back down. If we do print a bigger candle, then I would be a little bit more bullish on it. And I would say that we could compromise these two candles over here, which would be at about 5 zeros and a 1-1. But we do need a big ass print of a candle because that would tell me that we're getting new buyers back in. You know what I'm saying? Usually when you have a big ass candle and you have a smaller one, it usually means that buyers are getting fatigued. So that's the surgical data that I am getting as far as the story goes with the candles. You know what I'm saying? So food for thought, monkeys. That's the data we have on Pepe. And this next token I'm going to show you guys, man. The next, oh, dude, I hate this fucking one, bro. I fucking hate reading charts on this next one, bro, because the fucking wicks are wild. Zenith, can you guess which token it's gonna be, man? I hate this one, dog. I fucking hate it, man. Oh yeah. And we got my homie here. Let's look at the chat. OG, I like the shirt. Hey, thank you, man. Thank you, bro. Look at that shit. We got revolvers on there and shit, son. That's fucking gangster. You know what I'm saying? Definitely gonna wear this shirt when I go to Miami. You know what I'm saying? I know it's not a meme coin, but everything is happening in Texas. Is Texas a Texan a meme coin? You know what? That's funny, man. That's freaking funny, bro. Know what I mean? I don't know. I don't know too much deets on Texas. Does anybody have any data on Texan token? Let me see if I can pull this sucker up, man, on Texan. Vamos a ver. Let's see if I can pull this sucker up on Texan token, bro. And I'm surprised I don't have that token. It's probably because I fucking spent too much money on all the other coins trying to fucking DCA my heart out. You know what I'm saying? Texan. Vamos a ver. Oralo, mira, look at it right here, man. This one has the most liquidity on this bad boy. 82K, so I'll go with this one. And I will show this after I show, oh, wow. Fucking shit, man. I guess with all the data that's going on in the border, bro, that's why Texans probably rallying so damn hard. Shit, I might just buy a little bit of Texan just to support the cause. You know what I'm saying? So, Zenith, no, man. It's not EZen, bro. It's fucking Doge. Let's go to the OG of all meme coins, bro. Let's see how fucking Doge is doing, man. This motherfucker, bro. Look at these giant ass fucking wicks, bro. Shit. So, where are we at, man? Where are we at in this motherfucker, bro? If I grab this sucker here, dude, we're already at about day 13 as far as Doge goes, man. But one thing about Doge, bro, dude, it creates a shitload of support and resistance, man. So, if you could actually grab a motherfucking triangle, put this bitch right here, bro, and pull it this way, because that's a shitload of fucking support, bro. You know what I'm saying? And even pull it this way. So I'm assuming Doge will come back down and continue rallying. Thing about Doge, man, it moves so slow to the upside because it creates a lot of tiny little fucking candles and shit. So Doge will possibly get back up here to 8 cents. It will possibly get back up. Doge is going to do fine, man. It's going to do fine for the reason being that Elon Musk supports this shit. And again, we could come back down any day now. Of course, we'll probably continue rallying. I am assuming that we'll probably go past day 20. You know what I'm saying? As far as this motherfucker goes, dude. Areas that we do need to beat on Doge psychologically would be about 8 cents. And I think we need to maintain an area of about 9 cents. We haven't had a whole candle above 9 cents since when, bro? Let me see. Dude, it's been a while, bro. Since we had a whole candle, not just the wick, above 9 cents, It was on December 22nd, bro. So it's been over a fucking year, bro, that we have not had a candle body over the area of about 9 cents. So that tells me that that is a psychological area we do need to compromise. And it does seem like the trend is going up a little bit this way. It does seem like it's going that way, bro. So yeah, I think Doge is in the fucking clear, bro. I hate doing technical analysis on this fucking token. Get this shit out of my face, dog. I hate this shit. You know what I'm saying? Even though I hold Doge. So let's see what Zena says. Texan is an interesting token because it was a fork of Hex created as a political fundraiser. Shocker. You know what I'm saying? Designed to reward donators with an asset that appreciates. And then the team behind Texan are a bunch of good people who are Hexicans like Rag to Riches and Crypto Heartbeat. They have an interesting approach to Hex contract and created an option to scrape yield along the way if you desire. So yeah, man, I guess it does have utility, bro. So let's pull up some 9-inch and then we'll go over to Texan. So 9-inch is doing pretty damn decent and looks a lot like the big bonus coin, if anything. We've got all the moving averages activated on the sucker, and the immediate one that is acting as an area of support is at about 4 zeros and a 1-1. Its current value is 4 zeros and a 1-3. We are closely approaching these 3 set of candles over here, and then these 2 set of candles over here, which we do need to compromise. Once we beat those, I think we should be solid and we'll probably continue running to the upside. I'm assuming Hexy Bastard's recent video is what's pushing the sucker up, if anything. Where are we as far as the 20-day cycle goes? And this one is a little bit different because we are past freaking 5 days. No, we're not. We're exactly at 5 days. So you cats know the deets on that. Next area that we do need to compromise is 4 zeros and a 1370, and then we would need to be 4 zeros and a 1409, if anything. Now, other than that, there's really we would have to look at the history, and that would be at about 4 zeros and a 17 areas that we do need to go to, cats. You know what I mean? I do think that the 9-inch exchange is pretty damn marketable compared to other exchanges, if anything. You know what I'm saying? And then we got my homie over here, Frequency Flow. Hey, man, nice to have you back, bro. Can you take a look at PAL? Thank you. Let me check, man. Let me check. Usually I don't freaking try to freaking make coins on the fly, homie, because I don't want to bore you cats setting up the damn chart. And Deck Screener is not like TradingView. Let's see. PAL, this one has, dude, I'm not 3.5 million. All right, the PAL that I'm looking at, buddy, is on Ethereum, homie. So I don't know if that's the one you're talking about because that one has the most liquidity at 3.5 million. And it does seem like an AI token, if anything. There is some PAL as well on PulseChain, but dude, the liquidity is shit. So I'm assuming you're talking about this one. And let's go over to Texan token, if anything, first. Now, Texan token, dude, this shit is screaming Elliott waves, bro. Look at this shit. Let's grab this sucker here. Pull it back up here, back down here. Yeah, dude. I think Texan token ran its Elliott waves, if anything. If you guys can see this, cat, 2 to 3 always has to be bigger. And it seems like we're starting. Let's put this bitch on log. It's starting to come back down here from an A, and then it'll probably come back down up to a B, and then it'll probably revisit this area down here to a C, if anything, cats. So if you guys want to cultivate some of your crypto, I would do about, from what I'm seeing here, it does seem like it's playing out. I would do about 20% of my bag. Not financial advice. And I would possibly sell at 5 zeros at a 5593. Our current value is 5 zeros and a 7237. So if you cats want to get some more freaking Texan token, there you go. Let's see if it's more than 5 days as far as this goes. And we are actually at 8 days. for its 20-day cycle. So if we push the sucker out, you're talking about February 3rd, give or take. And that may be when we come down here to our A wave before we start working on a B wave to the upside and back down to C cats. So that's some immediate data for you monkeys. That's intriguing. I didn't know that, Zenith, about freaking Texan token, bro. That's actually pretty damn gangster. I'm going to save this as one of my main watch list tokens because this shit, I think this sucker is, let me see. No, this is P Texan because it's on Wrap Pulse and you can access it off PulseX. You know what I'm saying? Now let's look at PAL. What do we have for PAL token? Share screen. PAL's current value right now is actually at 14 cents. I don't know too much deets about PAL, its founders, and things of that nature. But immediately what I am seeing is major areas of resistance right here, man. All this shit over here, man. And if I grab this sucker, I can pick up all this other shit over here, bro. So all these areas are of resistance. So I am hoping if you've got a lot of this frequency that we can compromise all these areas, bro. Because the next area of resistance that you do have that seems pretty damn strong is here at about 15 cents. And if you get to the top side here at about 16 cents, then you're in the fucking clear, bro. Now, we're only at about day 3 as far as its 20-day cycle is. Yeah, we're at about day 3, give or take. And that's where we're at. When we could come revisit a low would possibly be around day 14. And that would be February 9th. And I'm assuming all this shit is going on here, bro, because, dude, it's shitload of support and resistance, bro. Hence why I'm seeing a lot of freaking copies and prints, if anything, as far as the candles goes. Know what I mean, Jelly Bean? Now, let's grab a trend line from this side to this side. And it does play out. So it is encountering an area of resistance, bro, immediately. So food for thought, homie. That's what I'm seeing on some of this on PAL. I'll keep this saved for next time. Know what I mean? So that pretty much covers it, monkeys. I hope you take some of this data and you use it to go ahead and cultivate your crypto bags. Of course, please do not throw in a lot of your freaking money into these coins because they will get you wrecked. You know what I'm saying? So food for thought, use this opportunity to cultivate some of your crypto, enlarging your RH coins, or if anything, try to put and bridge over some of your PulseChain coins to stabilize your portfolio a little bit more so you can get a little bit of more ETH. So food for thought, this is not financial advice, and I hope this information was useful for you monkeys. I thought it was a pretty fun stream. I learned something new about Texan token, which is pretty damn cool. And I will catch you monkeys possibly on Monday.